Right, I am back after some time. I'm just going to refer to myself by my first name from now on as Josh. J.E. Turgot's just an awkward username, and Jet, my initials, appears to is already being used by somebody else in game Let's Play stuff, so I don't have no intention of screwing with anybody else. Though they are my initials, so maybe I can just sue. I am, of course, kidding. So, okay, I'm back. It has been a while since I taped the last bit, just because I went off to California for a weekend. Well, a bit more than that, but for PyCon, which is the Python Developers Conference. And so I was in a hotel for the whole time, and I had my computer, and I had Minecraft, and I had internet access. So I played. I explored a whole lot. Well, more than I thought I would. Trying to find a place. And in fact, what we're looking at on the horizon here is the place. But I wanted to, back off a little bit so I could at least show you what it was. What I saw when I arrived from somewhere off in this direction. After much ocean going. And I think it was in daylight, but this guy appeared on the horizon, and I just knew I finally found something worth playing with. Because, it's not as extreme as some extreme hills get, but it stands out for being out in the middle of the ocean. Technically off beyond in that direction, and I guess over there, are more, in fact, the mainland, with some more dramatic mountains that I am undecided about, but I am, at the very least, decided that I want to do something here. So you'll notice I've already started a tower. This is just the core of the tower. The stairwell, the spiral staircase will go around the core, kind of like that. It was a model I kind of played with in episode 0 with the tower I had already built in a world that was offline. But, so I liked it. It will not be as tall as the other one. If anybody goes back and watches, they'll see nowhere near as tall. But, it's taking advantage of an interesting spot, so that's good enough. Excuse me. So, yeah, I got started. I'm sorry, I was just bored, sort of, not really. I just had some time, and I wanted to play. And I did. And, unfortunately, what I found, I liked well enough that I want to keep it. Goodbye, boat. Right, so, temporary hovel here. Some of my stuff. Actually, let me fiddle with my settings. Supposedly, the recorder can hear that well enough without it coming out double. Do I have anything else? Oh, it is so nice to have slightly less lag, though. Being out in California as opposed to East Coast had added quite a bit. So yeah, I've been a little bit busy. Not a huge amount, though. But here, crap. Let's go on. One of the nice things about this design is that once you have access to underneath, it's a lot easier to put up you can just sort of go along, put it up. You don't have to worry about falling off the edges. But I haven't gotten a complete revolution yet. But I found this right here is a good method of anyone that comes straight out from a corner piece, goes straight out, and then the opposing one is sort of the opposite shape, and then going off that way, and then you repeat, and then repeat, and then repeat, and go around and around and around until you have a spiral staircase. So this one goes off that way. Just like that. Hello, cat. So yeah, I was in California for a while. And my cat wasn't. So he was quite enthused that I am back and wants to play. And I'm just like, no, I haven't slept in 24 hours. I don't want to play right now. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get to sleep because I have a meetup to attend tonight clear across the other side of DC from here. It's based around a product called Unity 3D, which is a game development engine. It's pretty nifty. It's not cutting edge, but it's not far behind. And assuming you get all the appropriate licenses and stuff, you can pump your product out for PS3 and Xbox, PC, Mac, iPhone, iPad. It's all possible. A couple of guys have shown some pretty interesting things they did for the iPad using that framework, and it's pretty good. So I have an interest in using it. I have not delved in and may not be able to for some time since I have so many projects to work on instead of playing Minecraft. So yeah, I'm not sure how much more of this there will be, but it at least serves as an anchor point or a central feature. So here's my island. These trees are implants. The island was completely bare when I found it. He's still out there swimming after all this time. Boink. I would like to go off on expeditions and find other varieties of wood. Oh, shoot. But that can wait. I'm pretty sure I left the boat over on this side, because I'm going to go visit the mainland. So I have started mining operation there. Boink. Okay. Well, I seem to have developed a bit of a cough. I apologize. So yep. Python, I went. There are a lot of entertaining speakers there. There were some who were just very obviously nervous, and they had a hard time speaking, and I just felt really bad for them, even though the topics they were talking about were good, interesting topics, at least for a developer like me. And you could tell they knew what the heck they were talking about, but they were not at all comfortable talking in front of people, especially 2,500 people. That's the number of registrants for this convention, and that was the cap. They had to say we couldn't take any more, and I think they're going to maintain that cap for the foreseeable future. However, there are other Python conventions going on in Canada and Poland and Brazil as well. These trees are also implants. Here is my mining station. What's this? It's decorative for no good reason, but you can see I have plenty of baking ovens, an anvil, freshly made, and pigs. I have pigs. Some supplies. Oh, that's right. One of the things I meant to do was get this guy back up. And not even close. Wow. But you know, fortune. Oh man. By the time I've made that much experience, it'll be that much further gone. I'll have to find something else I can do to make experience. Let's see. So yes, I made a mining stairs, I guess. And I found mine shafts, which is highly appropriate under the circumstances. So I've explored a little bit. Excuse me. Blink. Did I just get 32 out of one block? I guess that's what fortune is for, huh? Yeah, but the mine shafts don't go in this direction. I would like to explore those, especially down at this depth. I think there's some potentiality for diamond. Ooh. I didn't bring any. Shootmonger. Okay, oh, wait a minute. Solution is at hand. Didn't I? Yes, I did. Perfect. Huh? Interesting. That'll have to do for a moment. Okay, so let's explore a little bit. No. Just in case I want more later. Yay, I guess this is caving, eh? Oh shoot, I did it again. I forgot to check when I started the episode, because I don't want to overdo it. I've been told by people I listen to that half an hour should be sufficient, not too short, not too long. So I'll try for that. However, I'm already having no idea how far into this I am. Ooh. Iron. Come down here. It's too bad. Too bad fortune doesn't work on that stuff. Ooh, you know what? I have never had a fortune pick before where I could use it on. Diamond. Ooh, here we go. This will be good. For more. Can't remember the word because English. Good enough. Okay. So apparently I've been this way before. Oh, this is the way to go. Oh, there's more into there. Swim! Swim! Right, I'm sorry. This is hard for me to do and talk about unrelated topics. I just can't focus. Or I can, but I can only do it on one thing at a time. But yeah. Oh, geez. You know, I've been up for more than 24 hours at this point. I'm tired, but I'm not sleepy at the moment. And so going out tonight is a little risky, just because I'll be coming back in the dark. Which isn't generally a problem, but I'll be flattened by then, no doubt. You know what? I should get a different pick for stuff like this. I think that's what everybody else does, right? Stop wasting my fortune that needs repair. You can do it. Keep going. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Oh, and there's nothing over here anyways. Oh, well, now there's one of those. Okay. Oh, one of these rooms. Do these rooms have a purpose? Thanks. Fabian Zaff has joined the game. I got enough for now. Ooh, but there's a spawner in there. Oh, I've been here. Yes, I have. Oh, wait, that's the beginning. I came full around. Oh, wait a minute. See, sorry, I'm already lost. Excuse me. There we go. Yep, so I went out west for the developers conference. It's quite interesting. It's exhausting. I probably already said that like 3 times already. Didn't I just go up here? I did. Iron again. Haha. Oops, I didn't accomplish anything. There we go. I'll leave that there for the moment. Don't know what I'm doing exactly. Don't you like the music? Now, you know what? The author of this music, I swear, has listened to some of the same anime I have. Because there's a couple of songs that are straight out of something by Makoto Shinkai. If it plays, I'll point it out. Okay, I knew there was something. Or not. Sometimes I should backtrack these. But then I wouldn't know I've been there before. Boink, boink, boink. Yep. So I don't know yet what I really want to do with my new house, or not house, my home. I just know I like the position, and it obviously cries out to be some sort of castle or palace sort of situation, or wizard's tower. Maybe something unique. I don't know what. See, now this music could have been Tenchi Muyo, or if it had been placed into Tenchi Muyo, nobody would have second guessed it. Somewhat. It diverges in spots, but... Oh, man. I saw some gold. There must be other things down here. You know, for Extreme Hills biome, I've yet to see any emerald in this spot. Well, I really should talk about myself more, but every time I get started on the I went out to California thing, I get distracted and I lose it. And it won't be entertaining to anybody if I can't be cohesive. Oh. Oh well, free one of these. Okay. Okay. I just need something to... I need some sort of prompting, I guess. And since nobody's watching yet, that's not going to happen. I just feel weird talking about myself at random. So what could I talk about? Maybe I should inquire with future viewers what sort of things are safe to talk about. Because I have a litany of topics I have interest in, from game development and software development to politics, in part because politics constitutes my day job in an indirect kind of way. Hello. I apologize for your being stuck in there. Not really. Bread. I'll just take it all. Boink. Books. Or a book. No, 2 books. Bane. Okay. Punch. What is punch? Oh, that was the diamond I had before. Okay, that doesn't help. Now, this stuff you can never pass up. Because you can't make it yourself. You must harvest every inch of this stuff. I've been doing this for, like, ages, collecting this stuff, and then I hardly ever use it for anything. That might be just a little too monotonous. But then, if you put it by itself, it sticks out funny, too. There's no gradient between this and whatever else you might be combining it with. But yeah, I have many interests. Like I said, development. Development is actually more or less an output for my other interests, because I'm obviously, well, not obviously, I'll just say I am frustrated with our political situation in my home country, being the United States. I think we could be doing a lot better than we are, and it's kind of dangerous that we're not. Sorry, I never said hi. I was distracted by you guys. Boink, 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 boink. So yes, I have political leanings, and they cover generally topics of the general welfare of humanity and citizens. I don't make that huge distinction between the two, really. It's just the local citizens are the ones who have more immediate, I don't want to say impact on, because I don't have impact on anybody, but most immediate concern with. But these things are not set in stone. They are, well, not set. That's not right either. They're not clear cut. Things that affect us here affect people elsewhere, and things that affect people elsewhere affect us here. So you can't just focus on any one country, but you got to do what you can do, because in the end you'll find out you can't do everything. But I still have, I don't want to say political aspirations, but political interests, because there's so much going wrong. And believe it or not, I think software can have an impact. Oh, thank you for the experience. Yes, I think software can have an impact on that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if software could be a politician. There was a phrase that occurred to me while I was out at the PyCon convention, and I haven't been able to summon it back up, but it sounded really good in my head when I thought of it, and every new version I've come up with, trying to remember what it is not as good, so I know it's not the right one. But it was sort of a slander against politicians in general, in that it's not a job that requires a human being, just a politician, implying they are less than human, which is not fair. Some of them are actually really good, but there's still issues, and I think software can help. I'm not sleepy just yet. Tired, but not sleepy. And then in a not entirely unrelated vein, I'm very concerned with our disastrous educational system. You cannot stay ahead of the game, or even on the game, much less ahead. Who cares about competition if you're at the back of the line? We're way off our game in education for varying reasons, including oligarchy and exploding population. We can't keep up with. We can't build schools fast enough to house all the students, and we're not putting enough. Oh, I suppose we could if we devoted a much larger percentage of our resources to it, but we're devoting a very tiny amount because the people who have the resources don't want to waste it on peons. As they see it. That's the way I'll put it. I don't want to claim that I see it that way. But they certainly act as if they see it that way, which is, again, why I'm concerned with politics, because these people have their hands all over it, and that's bad for everybody else, other than them anyways. So I care about the topic, and I guess the original question would be, since I'm going to have to ramble while I do these things, and if my rambling cannot cover my current project, like at the moment I'm just caving because I need resources and a good feel for my territory, what else am I going to talk about? Well, it should be something I actually can talk about. Topics I know something about. And I can make more. Haha. Win. So yeah, so if I... Ooh, wow, I've got a lot already. If I can talk about something, I should, because then at least there'll be some competence behind what I'm saying. But I also don't want to talk about things that will drive people away. But then again, there are some people who are drawn to these topics, in part because they are actually important. And maybe they're being adversely affected, or they know somebody who is. There are other topics, though, I could potentially talk about instead. Gaming, to an extent. I do not play widely. I play deeply, if that makes any sense. I take a game like Minecraft or Master of Orion, which is 2 and 3, which are good ones, and I can't really converse at the moment. Cough, cough, cough. Or something replayable like Oblivion in Skyrim. Oh, look at this. That's awesome. If I like a game, I'll play it a lot. But I don't play a lot of games, if that makes any sense. So I could talk about gaming, but the scope would be somewhat narrow. I mean, I don't play racing games. I don't play sports games. I almost never play first-person shooters. I mean, I have, but only when they have a really good story. The actual act of being in a first-person shooter itself is not of any interest to me. I've played some massively online role-playing things. They are addictive, so I try not to play them anymore. They're fun in a way, but they're only up to a certain point because my playing personality is not... Whoa. What is this? Well, obviously it's a chest in a minecart, but why is it just sitting here? That's kind of neat. Is this new to 1.5? I've never seen this before. Ooh, melon seeds. And I'm full already. You know what I don't need? I don't need saddles and stuff. Interesting. Hey, don't mind me. I'm just going to... punk. Oh, wait. Oh, F3 or F2. There we go. There, for future reference, since I'm full. Neat. Oh, massively role-player things. I like to explore. I like to create. Most of the games I have encountered don't really address these. I mean, they're huge games. They're complicated. There's so much scripting that has to go on, especially when you have to entertain thousands of people simultaneously. Their focus hasn't been on the ability to create stuff. The worlds are rarely manipulable, I guess you could say. There's nothing you can do to change them. You play through their quests. You know, if you've got a big quest tree like in EverQuest and World of Warcraft, you play through that stuff and you enjoy it for the time being, but that's really all you can do. I know somebody's probably going to disagree with me a little bit, but that has been my experience anyways. I've played through their quests, and that was nice, and then when the quests were done, I was done. There is EVE Online, but even though it's billed as a creative game, it's sort of not really. What am I doing? I'm making a tunnel to somewhere I don't know. You can build things, but you can't build anything you came up with yourself, if that makes any sense. The worlds in the game you can't interact with. Actually, that's probably not true anymore. I think you can... It's been a while since I've played, so my information is out of date. I should head to the surface if I'm full. Hello. What did I need? 28 experience levels? So yeah, I could talk about my gaming game making aspirations perhaps. But that's kind of dangerous, because if I ever actually get anywhere with them, I don't want someone else who has a lot more money and resources and hirelings than me to get there first. I kind of want the chance to make my ideas, or at least fail at making them, before someone else does. And in a world with guys like Zynga and Electronic Arts, who are master copiers of other people's games. I don't need bread right now, right? What was I talking about? Multitask worth a damn. I can sing about this. So really, where was I? I hope I'm not coming down with something. I just had a week off. Well, not. I actually got paid to go, so it wasn't time off, but I won't have any more time off until this weekend. Hi, YouTubes. Hi, Beck. I am the proxy for you both. Oh, that's one nice thing. PyCon. 2,500 people, okay? Chinese, Japanese, American, South American, there are definitely some thick Spanish speakers there, but they could come from a number of areas. Some French, a little on the rare side. Lots and lots of Brits, a couple of Australians, guy from Poland, at least one guy. One of the speakers was from Germany, and his accent was perfect, like English-German accent. It was great. And bear with me as my brain catches up with my mouth, whatever. Where am I? This looks familiar. It was really 2,500 extremely similar people together for whom their differences in nationality were absolutely meaningless. They were all getting along perfectly well. They all had something to talk about. I almost think it was sort of like when you get a bunch of scientists who get together. And that's a calling I missed out on, unfortunately. I had interest in it growing up, but I didn't develop the patience and work ethic to pursue it, because it does require both, especially when it gets to be really dry. You're just collecting and mining data, which is actually something I'm good at now. Maybe I could apply that to science. But the point being, excuse me, all these people getting along and their nationalities didn't matter a tiny little bit. It was really great. And it was highly juxtaposed then on my way home this morning, actually, or starting last night. I arrived at San Francisco airport really early. I sat there and waited for like 8 hours, playing on my machine with Django, a Python framework, and Pyramids, another Python framework, things I wanted to or need to learn for my own edification, if not advancement. And I don't know where I am. I have enough. I can move on. This episode's going to go long, I think. I don't think people are going to complain too much. But it was just great. And then, like I said, juxtapose that to the flight home, where our plane was late, picking us up. Ooh, I've seen this before. And it was late because... And the guy got right on the radio, or the intercom, and said as much, which I think probably he wasn't supposed to do. He's like, yeah, two of the flight attendants aren't here yet from the hotel. And we're waiting for them. So I think everybody was immediately set up against the flight attendants before the flight even started. And then even once they were here and the pre-flight checks and stuff, we sat out there for an hour or before getting on the plane, just sitting there and wondering what the heck they were doing because they said it would take 5 minutes. And then it took forever to get on board, and then it turned out people were bringing way too much stuff with them, and they had to weight limit the plane, which meant probably a few people had to have their luggage left behind with arrangements for it to be delivered separately. Sorry, I'm a little lost. I feel like I came by one of these on my way in, but apparently not this one. Excuse me. So yeah, everybody was really upset by the end of the day. And people, when we got off the plane this morning at Dulles, outside of D.C., one couple were actually yelling at the flight attendant and were asking for his manager so they could verbally beat up on him to his manager or something like that. And while, yes, the airline really goofed up, they did a whole bunch of things sequentially wrong, they were probably stressing about it too, and yelling at them wasn't going to help. And frankly, the couple who were yelling absolutely didn't help because they were slowing everybody else down with their complaints right at the beginning. And I have tangential, this is quite a tangent now, my English. Anyways, I do have game design aspirations. I think I started there in this particular turn of conversation. I'm just going in circles. Yeah, look at this. No doubt you guys are like reviewing the video, a year from now and saying, dude, turn there. No, turn there, turn there. And I've walked by it 5 times. I know it's not down there. Did I fall down at some point and I need to just climb? It's not down. I know I need to go up from here. Well, you know what? I know I'm past the half-an-hour mark now. So, after all my rambling, I will cut it here and I will find my own way out instead of boring everybody with it. I think that's good enough. So this is Josh signing off for episode 3, I guess. And maybe I'll start recording another as soon as I get out and then publish it later. So everybody have a good one.